it's Debbie again from DebbieBookbinder.com. And today I was thinking about the stories that we think about ourselves and we think they're true and can't be changed. I know when I was younger, I really, really, truly believed that. And I was just doomed. I was doomed. So I want here to tell you, you're not doomed. I'm not doomed. You know, our stories, they just, yes, they do can be kind of self-fulfilling because we believe them, especially if it's the part that is what we might call the unpleasant part. You know, we don't want that part of our story to be true. We want that to change. You know, perhaps you have a part that's really good at making money. Well, maybe you don't want that part to change. Of course not. But we don't have to keep our stories. We don't have to make up a new one either. We don't have to go back and rewrite it. We don't, you know, you can't attract things into our life. I mean, yeah, sometimes that seems to work, but overall it really isn't a philosophy that works. So I'm just wanting you to be curious today. What's your story and what are you holding on to that you really believe is true and you wish it weren't? I'm here to tell you it is only true if you believe it's true. So examine that today. I don't mean try to figure it out. You know, I don't tell you that. Don't go back and say, well, when did I learn that? I mean, sometimes information will come to you that kind of explains it. It'll have a flash about it. But like I know someone who their father was an alcoholic and often beat him when he was a child and clearly told him he was not a worthy person. And he has grown up to believe that, to believe he's not smart. And he also, I mean, this was very, very hurtful and painful for him that this happened. And, you know, mom didn't rescue him or take him away from it. And so he lives with a victim mentality, and he is very, very angry, and he doesn't want to change. I'm guessing, it's just, I'm not a psychologist, but I'm guessing that taking away that anger feels so overwhelming because of the huge sadness underneath all of that. So that's his story. And yes, it happened. It's not like it didn't happen. But, you know, this person is just the most amazing human being. But it's all covered up with his story. And, you know, so it's not a very pleasant life to live. So that might be an extreme. You're probably not have quite that extreme of an issue, but what is your story? And kind of the best way to look at it is to look at other people's story. You know, just listen to really what they are saying and how they feel like there's, you know, no hope. And because of their story, it's all just really made up. We just made up how we react to it anyway. You know, this person didn't make up that his father beat him or was an alcoholic, but his take on it and his view of himself, that's all made up. It's understandable why he made that up, but he doesn't have to keep it anymore. And if you've got stories like that, like my stories of being constantly told, you know, how stupid I was and made fun of, that I have believed for forever, I don't have to believe that either because it's just not true. It was just my decision I made at a very young age, very innocently. So what is your story that you can just let go of or just know is not true and move on and move through it? Find out what that is just by looking, not by trying to figure it out, just by looking and seeing. Whatever's in your life is probably showing you what you believe. So just know that thinking doesn't have to be believed. Maybe it will take a little while for it to dissolve if it's been with you for a long time. But just the beginning of knowing you don't have to believe it is huge. It's absolutely huge. And it'll begin to change your life. So I would love to talk about your story. You can make an appointment with me if you want. This is just for us to talk. No need to pay for it or anything like that. So I would love to talk with you. And as always, I thank you for your precious time. Bye-bye.